Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I'm trying to get the lighting right in here. I don't like sitting here at my workstation doing this. I don't really have any other way to do this right now. I was going to sit over there on the couch and use my phone, is what I always used to do. But I figure it's like with this little bitty screen, this is an iPhone 12 mini. So with this little teeny weeny little screen, I miss a lot of comments. So I guess we'll sit here at my workstation. Sorry I missed y'all last weekend. Leah had family over. She had her mom and her sister come over and stay the weekend. So the guest room is right across the hall here from my studio. So I didn't want to, and that's where her mom was sleeping. So I didn't want to, get up and start blabbing 7 o'clock in the morning and wake her mom up. So didn't get on here and run my mouth last weekend, but I figure I'll hop on here and say what's up to y'all. Let me turn my other light on. Hold on. There we go. I got one white light and one blue light. See, there's my white light, and I got a blue light. I just got, and I normally don't do this. But I got this little cheap set of lights on Amazon. Just a little cheap set of lights. Watch. I always end up eating my words, but I'm normally one of my biggest pet peeves my whole life has always been business owners who are too cheap to invest in top quality shit for their business. But every now and then I'm like, it's just a fucking light. What difference does that make? I found myself doing that a couple of times. I always vowed to myself, one thing that pisses me off is when somebody owns a business and there's something that they need for their business and they're either too cheap to buy it or they'll buy like a piece of shit, cheap ass. I'm like, I remember back when I was broke as a joke, I was like, if I ever get the chance to own my own business, I'm not going to fucking be like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, got these cheap ass lights. I don't like sitting here at my workstation. I'm going to try to avoid playing with my cards. We'll try to avoid playing my cards. Anyway, what's up, y'all? Ooh, y'all tuned in quick. Yeah. This is my newest backdrop. This is my newest one. I think this is pretty different, right? I don't think I've ever seen any other tarot card readers with a backdrop like this. It looks pretty damn cool, too. I don't know if y'all can catch it, but this isn't the same brick wall backdrop I had there at first. This is a little bit different. It's darker and brighter and more vibrant. So, and they're cheap. Here we are talking about cheap shit. They are on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and you type in cool photo backdrop, it brings up all kinds of cheap shit. It's like $15. I hang it on my stand here. See, look, watch. This is a trip. Oh man, I can't do that. Never mind. Because it's. I was gonna lift it up, but I forgot that I'm clamping on the sides. It's just on a stand right there. Got my little stand. It's clipped on the sides here in this room. Pretty neat though. I think it makes for a cool effect for the videos. Anyway, no, I don't like sitting around just shuffling cards when I'm trying to talk. I don't like doing that. Oh, I'm trying to talk about something and I even rewatched that one video back in a couple of minutes of it. And when I'm sitting there shuffling, it's annoying to hear shuffling while I'm trying to talk, But here, I'll give you a little peek at my workstation. Look at all these tarot decks laying here on my workstation. This is my station. This is what it looks like. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 20 tarot card decks sitting here. It's going to be real hard to not play with them, Anyway, what y'all up to, man? What y'all up to? Yes, I probably can speak on Aquarius and Taurus. Tam. I probably can because my kid's mom was a Taurus. Fixed and fixed. That's from everything that I've observed romantically. romantically. I don't really think that's I think it's a very challenging energetic combo, fixed and fixed, romantically. Now, as far as like friends, I think you should always have a fixed sign as a friend, you know, or somebody with a strong fixed placement, like a moon sign or something like that, you know, because when it comes to loyalty, you can't say that every fixed sign in the world is loyal, but I mean, fixed energy, loyalty kind of comes natural to people with fixed energy, you know, because fixed signs are very stubborn. When they make their mind up on something, that's what it is. God damn it, you know. So with Aquarius and Taurus, woo, boy, ooh, fixed and fixed, boy, woo, man, romantically, that can get challenging. And here's the other cool part about that too, the funny part. Some of you have heard me talk about this before, but we have four elements, okay? Air, earth, fire, and water. So with those four elements, we have two groups of thinkers and two groups of feelers, okay? The air signs and the earth signs are the thinkers. That doesn't mean they're the smart. I know that doesn't sound right. I'm not saying smart and dumb. I'm just saying air signs and earth signs are more thought and observing and logic and reason. And the fire signs and the water signs are the feelers. You know, they're more emotion based. They make decisions based on their emotions. They act on their emotions. They're more feeling and emotion based. Well, because of this superficial similarity, you see lots and lots and lots of air signs and earth signs coming together, and lots and lots and lots of fire signs and water signs coming together. Because on the surface, they seem very similar, very, very similar. We speak the same language. It's real easy for us to click and have a good conversation because we communicate very similarly on the surface. On the surface. But whenever we come together, we link up and we latch together, and those layers start getting peeled off. Deep down, we're very fucking different. Very different, you know? And I would have to say Aquarius and Taurus is one of those ones that are in that cluster of very, very common energetic mixtures that I've never witnessed it be successful. You know, there's Aquarius and Taurus. Let's see if I can think of another one. Aries and Cancer. Aries and Cancer. Let's see. You see like Capricorn and Libra because they're two cardinal signs. You know, Sagittarius and Pisces is another big one that you see. Like you see it happen a lot. Air and earth, fire and water, you know? And I don't want to be one of those types of people that says that, you know, just because you're a certain sign means that you are or you're not compatible. But certain mixtures can pose a certain level of challenge, if that makes any sense, you know? So anyway, that's about all I have to say on that, I think. About all I had to say. But yeah, and well, yeah, me too. I am a air and earth mixture too, Aquarius and Virgo. Aquarius and Virgo. Sometimes, man, there's them days, especially here lately. Especially here lately, I'm feeling Virgo-y as hell, man. You know, whenever it comes time for me to do something, you know, whenever it comes time to get something done, the Aquarius clicks off and Virgo clicks on, you know, when it comes time for me to get something done or run some errands or just do something, you know, that Virgo moon and rising clicks on and that runs the whole show. But then when there's nothing to do, that Virgo energy takes a back seat, and then I'm up in my head. I'm up in the clouds in a different universe. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty daggone neat. And like I've told you all before, Leah's a Virgo moon too. That has been an interesting energetic combo that I've had to learn to dance with, you know, because when it comes time for me and her to do something together, like hang a big picture on the wall or put a dresser together, build some furniture together or something like that. Then you get two Virgo energies going at the same time. And yeah, it can be, no, we got to do it this way. No, we got to do it this way. Got to do it this way, and we can butt heads sometimes. So we got to kind of back off. You know what I mean? So it's fascinating stuff, man. I've never known any other way of looking at life than energetically, whether it's astrological energies or just whatever the case may be. You know what I mean, man? You dig what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I personally have never had a good experience with any other air sign. I never have. I mean, I would have to say, though, that air and air is definitely better than air and water or air and earth, But I've never really had a good experience, man. Never had a good experience with any of the other air signs, Not really. I've dated a couple of Libras, a couple of them. Tried to date a couple of Geminis, and that just never fucking went anywhere because all they did was blow smoke at my ass and lie to me, and that, of course, you lie to me when I first meet you, and you act all shady and two-faced. When I see, I'm one of those types of people. I've been working on this for years. I used to be that type of person that I don't fucking trust you until you prove to me that I can trust you. I used to be like that until I learned that energy attracts people that I can't trust. So now I'm kind of backed off of that, and I'm in the middle. I don't know if I can trust you or not. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide whether I can trust you or not. I'm not making a decision one way or the other. I don't know. Okay, but you're going to show me. So I don't trust you, but I don't distrust you either when I first meet you. But when I first meet somebody, they go through a probationary period. I'm watching your every fucking move. And you know what I'm watching even closer? How you treat the people closest to you. That's one of the first fucking things that I look at is how do you treat your family? If you're close to your family, I'm not the biggest family person, this, but whoever is closest to you, I'm watching how you treat them. I'm watching whether or not you're honest with them. I'm watching whether or not you're loyal to them, or if you're in a relationship, and I'm just talking about people in general, not just people that I'm romantically interested in, because obviously I'm engaged to be married, but just in general, if you're in a relationship, I'm paying attention to whether or not you're loyal to that person behind their back. I don't care who you are. If you're like a coworker of mine and you're bragging about having a side chick, I don't fucking trust you. Nope. I don't fucking trust you. Nope. Because if you have a woman at home and you go to bed with her at night and you kiss her and you say, I love you, and then you do that behind her back, I can't fucking trust you. Nope. If you'll fuck her over, you'll fuck me over even faster. Because you don't know me from Adam. Who the fuck am I? If you'll tell somebody you love them and fuck them over behind their back, you'll fuck me over too, probably even faster, So I kind of spun off there a little bit, but that's the way I deal. And the couple of Geminis I try to deal with, I've only known you for a couple of weeks and you're already lying to me. Dude, no. Go, get away from me. No. You blow smoke at my ass, or if I witness you lie to somebody else, or if I watch you lie to somebody you claim is your best friend or a real close family member or whatever. No, not going there. No, I guess you could kind of say I'm a little picky, but I don't know. I learned at a very early age how to identify toxicity, because I've been in some toxic fucking cycles, man. Oh, trust and believe that. Yeah, that like I've said this a few times. That's the sign that I have been spending the most recent time observing as Gemini, because that's the last one that I've struggled with the most. And my daughter is a Gemini. My youngest daughter is a sun and moon in Gemini. And she's the same damn way, man. Same damn way. Fucking full of shit. Full of shit. She just opens her mouth and bullshit comes out. It's like, did you even think about that before you said that? It just makes me so mad. But I want to back away and think, okay, well, I'm looking at this the wrong way. This has to be me. It has to be me. So there's no way that's the sign, Gemini. It's got to be me. So I've been doing a lot of heavy observation on the Gemini sign for the past 2 or 3 years now. Because I've always had the same experience. And this is not to offend any Geminis out there. I'm not calling you a two-faced liar just because you're a Gemini. With my personal experience in my life, with the Geminis that I have dealt with, this is just the people I've dealt with. Two-faced, liars, fucking just open their mouth and make noise without even thinking about what they're going to say. I just open up my mouth and make noise with it. It's whatever you want to hear. I'm just going to say whatever you want to hear. And then once I walk away from you, I'm going to say something totally fucking different. I'm a totally different person between you and this person. And that's one thing I have no fucking tolerance for. None. Because I'm the type of person that most of the time, probably 80 to 90% of the time, I'm very picky about what comes out of my mouth. Very picky. You hear me say something? Like even these things that I'm saying right now in this video aren't random. They're not random. All the things that I allow to come out of my mouth have been a bun baking in the oven for a long fucking time. Thoughts that I have been rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling through my head for a long fucking time. If I have an opinion, very rare that I will speak an opinion without having done research, without having had hands-on experience, and without having observed for a long time. We're all humans. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm a very flawed human, just like all of us. I'm talking majority of the time. So since that's the type of person I am, if something comes out of my mouth, you best fucking believe that I've thought about it, and you best believe that it's not no bullshit. I can't bullshit. I'm quiet. If I'm put in a situation where my choice is either blow smoke up your ass or have something bad happen, and like I'm backed into a corner, I'm quiet. I can't be fake. I can only be quiet. I can't be fake. I cannot be fake, dude. I've tried it, and it's the most uncomfortable, icky. I hate lying. I hate being fake. I hate blowing smoke up people's asses. I'll just be quiet, not say nothing. Matter of fact, if you meet me in real life, any of you ever get the chance to meet me in real life, you might be disappointed. You might be disappointed because in real life, I'm quiet. I'm very, 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 very fucking quiet. I'm not this talkative person that you see here on YouTube. I'm real quiet. And anyway, I'm rambling, but yeah. So whoever said that a minute ago, I forgot who it was that said that. I can kind of relate. I've had some very similar experiences. So I don't like feeling that way. So I've been spending any time that I find out somebody's a Gemini, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, maybe why do I get triggered by this? Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I just take things too personally. Maybe it's a character defect of mine to when you say something to me, I put stock in it. Like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe when something comes out of somebody's mouth, I should just take it with a grain of salt. Maybe I shouldn't take things so personal that people say. Maybe it's me. I'm open to that. I'm very open to that. So that's what I've been doing with the Gemini sign for the past few years. And especially when it comes to my daughter, though. When it comes to my daughter, I've really cooled down a lot. Whenever she opens her mouth and just starts talking her dumb shit, just making noise with her mouth that has no meaning to it. I don't really let it bother me. I'm just like, okay, right on. Okay, cool. And that's where I'm at with it, man. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always doing the best that I can I mean, to me, that is the epitome of the evolutionary journey. That's it right there, is identifying your own triggers. If you can identify your triggers and say to yourself with a clear conscience and a clean heart, that's a problem. I need to work on that and start working on it. You're evolving. It's actually real simple. It's actually really simple. But that is not a comfortable thing to do. That's why most people don't do it. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to, first of all, it's really uncomfortable to admit to yourself, eh, that's a fault of mine. Okay, that's uncomfortable. But some people can swallow that pill and say, yeah, I have a trigger. That's not too cool. And then, but the next step is putting forth the work to actually work on that trigger. This is like a 2 or 3 step process. Admitting it is one thing. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're going to put forth work to unwire that trigger. That's what separates the adults from the children right there. It's cute. It's cute, and it makes you sound good. It makes you look good to say, "Yeah, that's a fault of mine." Oh, you're so cute. Yay! Now what are you gonna do about it? Are you working on it? Are you working on it? Whenever you're put in a situation where something hits that trigger, are you actually putting forth the work to step away from that emotional reaction and say, "Okay, think about this differently." Woosah, feel, and start trying to look at it differently. Replace those thoughts with something positive. Putting forth that work, that's the hard stuff. That's the hard stuff. But it's rewarding. It's rewarding, very rewarding because, you just identify one little emotional trigger and you buckle down and you get to work on it. 6 months later, a year later, you'll notice that trigger is either totally gone or it's the triggering sensation has been drastically reduced. You're like, whoa, cool. Cool. I don't look at things the same anymore, It's neato, man. It's neato. Oh yeah, I'm very big on the I am affirmations. Very big. Yes, absolutely. Like I was saying that one time, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, like this morning, wasn't the worst morning in the world, but it was kind of sort of, I woke up like not feeling the greatest, and the analogy that I give is you wake up and the lights off. You've heard me give the analogy, find a happy switch. It's like being in a dark room, feeling around for a light switch. When the light's off, you got to feel around for that switch. It's in here. It's in here. But most people don't even do that. Most people sit in the dark and say, boo hoo, poor, pitiful me. I need somebody to come love me, or I need more money, or I need a new car, or I need. And no matter who comes and loves them, no matter how much money they make, nothing flips that switch and makes the light come on. It provides a short, brief little feeling of pleasure, but it doesn't make the actual light come on. So I'll use that. I'll use that a lot of times. Like there will be some mornings I'll wake up in the morning and somehow while I was asleep, the light got turned off. And I'll wake up in the morning on some fuck life. Fuck this shit. I don't want to do this. I don't want to exist today. I don't want to fucking do anything. I don't want to get up. I don't want to go on YouTube and flip these stupid fucking cards. I don't want to do nothing. Fuck life, And then I got to go inside and I'm like, whoa, my vibe sucks this morning. My vibe sucks. I got to find that switch. Got to find that switch. Where's it at? Where's it at? I don't like feeling like this. This sucks. So then I'll start saying, I am happy. I am feeling good. I am so excited. I am so energized. I'm so motivated. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And I'll just repeat that to myself over and over and over and over and over 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. And then I'll release it whenever I feel like I've done it to the point of ad nauseum. And I'm like, okay. And then I'll start to feel. It's like a dimmer switch. The light is starting to come on. And then I'm starting to kind of smile. I'm like, yeah, man, it works. I love it. I love it. I love it. But anyway, Yeah, man, I tell you what, I wish sometimes, and we've talked about this a lot. I live in Vegas. No nature. No nature here in Vegas, man. Now, this time of year is my favorite. This time of year is my favorite. If I was to take my camera outside, it looks like a nice summer day. Okay, it's chilly as hell. The way it feels like a fall day on the East Coast. Like if you could imagine, right, or somewhere around the Thanksgiving time, somewhere maybe late October, early November on the East Coast. You know how that feels chilly. You got to wear a hoodie and jeans. That's how it feels, but it looks like a beautiful summer day. Okay. So this is my favorite time of year here in Vegas, but there's no fucking nature, dude. No nature. None. None. It's a desert. It's a desert. Beautiful scenery, but a desert. And dirt and rocks. Dirt and rocks, you know? And I kind of miss the nature too. I miss the nature too. That was one of my favorite things to do living up there in Maine, man. That is the most nature I've ever experienced in my entire life. That was living there was the most massive healing journey I've ever, like the universe just said, all right, you broken motherfucker, come here. Let me plop your ass and build you a little temporary nest here in the forest. And you're going to sit there and you're going to do some healing for a good year, year and a half. And I miss it. I miss taking off my shoes and walking through the forest, walking through the river. I miss it, man. I do miss it. But this time of year, right now in Maine, whoo, whoo, whoo. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see what the weather looks like. Hold on. Where's my weather app here? How do I do this? Okay. Farmington, Maine. Okay. This is what it's doing up there in Farmington, Maine right now, where I used to live. 7 degrees. 7 fucking degrees, and it's snowing. This is what's happening up there. Can you see that? I can't really. Anyway, 7 degrees and snowing. Fuck that. Fuck that. Well, I don't know. The part that made that wintertime so bad up there was what I did for a living. I worked at this car wash. And during the wintertime, see up there in Maine, that's a really weird fucking state. I don't know if there's any Mainers on here that watch me, but that's a weird ass state. The snowfall is so intense, and they put this weird shit on the roads. This really weird shit. I forget what it is, but whatever it is, it's not your regular salt like they do in most cities. It's not, you know how most cities will salt the roads. Up in Maine, they put some weird fucking shit on the roads that melts all the snow and ice, but it gets up underneath the cars, and if it's not washed off, it'll corrode the brake lines. So people are constantly, every single day, people are washing their cars to spray all that shit off the bottom of their cars. So business would be booming at the car wash during the wintertime, which to me was the weird. I'm like, who the fuck washes their car in the wintertime? And they're like, no, up here in Maine, you don't understand. They got to wash that shit off the bottom of their cars or it'll eat holes in their brake lines. And I'm like, damn, dude. So I'd be washing like 350 cars a day, nonstop, no breaks for 11 straight hours. 11 straight hours. I'm soaking wet, soaking fucking wet. And I don't get a break. No, don't stop moving constantly. One after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. When it's 7 degrees outside and I'm soaking wet. That sucked more ass than I can describe in words. At the time, though, it was good money because you make tips because I was scrubbing them by hand, so I'd make good tips. At the time, to me, $120 a day was good money at the time. And so that's why I did it, and that's why the wintertime up there sucked so fucking bad because I was out in it all day, wet, hypothermia type shit. So maybe that's probably why I have this perception of the wintertime as being something that I don't like because I had to spend 10, 11 hours a day out in that shit, soaking wet all day, And anyway, though, I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. I like it here. I like it here. Oh yeah, we were talking about nature. We were talking about nature. My bad. We were talking about nature. But anyway, sage in the woods. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Oh, was it cold in Georgia? Right on. Yeah, yeah. The what? Anyway. Oh yeah, I burned. Oh yeah, yep. I burned some calories. I burned some calories. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself to be like in shape, but I was pretty. Yeah, I was pretty thin back then. Pretty thin for my size. Like I said, I'm about 6'1", 6 foot, somewhere in there. So I was about a solid 200 pounds, which is average size for me. You know. And then after you all know, after my YouTube channel took off and I quit working at the car wash, and for the next 2 years I sat around on my ass and ate pizza and drank beer, I got fat. Go look at my channel, man. Go look at me in September 2018. I was a skinny, lanky little shit, and then fast forward like 6 months, dude, I got so fat so fast. And I think it was mainly the alcohol that did it to me. It was a combination of everything, but the alcohol, I think, was the main key ingredient, because with the type of drinker that I was, man, I was a drinker. I was a drinker. I would wake up first thing in the morning and start drinking. First thing in the morning, a nice hot beer. Nice hot beer, because it's easier to drink that way. I was a stone cold alcoholic. Stone cold alcoholic. I was the definition of a stone cold alcoholic. And yeah, that put a lot of weight on me very fast. A lot of weight very fast. So anyway, though, I'm down a good, well, I don't know. I'm putting weight back on now. Now that we've been, let's see, here recently, like I said, we started bodybuilding. We kind of started playing with it near the end of 21, and now we're full on bodybuilding. And over the past 2 weeks, we did a check-in from 1 week to the next, and I put on 10 pounds of muscle. Because at the gym, they have that thing that you grab the electrodes and you stand on the little plates with your bare feet, and it reads everything inside your body. And I put on 10 pounds of muscle in a week. So now running is very difficult, because I put on that much muscle mass in 1 week. I'm like, oh shit, here it goes. It's already started. I'm already starting to pack the muscle on, So anyway, I didn't really have a solid landing point with that, but anyway, yep. Muscle's pretty heavy. It sucks though, because I've gotten to the point where I actually enjoy running. I actually enjoy going on a run. And after that 1 week period of me packing on all that muscle, running is fucking hard. Fucking hard, man. Really hard. It's weird, So he's like, well, we're taking your body in a different direction now. And I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna let my body do whatever. Like, if I would imagine that, I don't want to say like if I was a caveman, but if I didn't live in this human 3D system, what would my body naturally look like if I ate all natural organic foods, and you know what I mean? And my body was just all natural. What would it look like? It would be bigger. I come from, well, my dad's side of the family are skinny little rails. My mom's side of the family are bigger and more husky. Like the men on my mom's side of the family are big, stocky ass men, So I kind of have a bigger frame. Like I said, don't believe the camera. The camera is very deceiving. Well, it's one of the comments that I would always get back in the day, because nobody could believe, oh, you're not fat, but they didn't see me in real life. The camera, some people, the camera affects them differently. For whatever reason, the camera makes me look like a little dude. I've seen people say, oh, you look like you're 5'9", 180 pounds. And I would always giggle. 5'9", 180 pounds. That's how little the camera makes me look? No. I'm about 6'1". Right now, I'm about 215. 6'1", 215. I'm not no little dude. Okay? No, I'm not like there's obviously, I got a couple of friends, like one of my friends, matter of fact, the dude that wrote the book, Chris Patrick, the guy that wrote Disaster to Dreams, he's bigger than me. So whenever I meet up with him, I'm used to like being bigger than your average guy. I'm used to being like the tallest guy in the room. And then every now and then I'll meet somebody that's taller than me and it feels weird, because he's like 6'5", 6'6", and I'm like, whoa, and I'm kind of looking up, because I've always wondered, I've never understood that small man syndrome. How little dudes can be real cocky and angry and feisty. And I've always thought, why do they think that big guys want to fight them? Why do they think that? I've never understood that. And everyone, so me being a bigger than average guy, I forget. I don't understand what it feels like to be the small guy until I hang out with somebody like my buddy Chris. Every time we meet up, I'm like, whoa, this feels weird because like he's like probably this much taller than me. And then looking up at somebody is kind of weird, But anyway, yeah. I mean, people who are bigger than average don't even think about it that way. I can tell you that. Like little dudes, I've met little dudes that are 5'9", 180 pounds, and some of them have a real bad attitude because they think that guys my size are looking down on them. Like, oh, you a little shrimp, I could whoop your ass. That's the last fucking thing on my mind. That's the last thing on my mind. I don't like fighting. I can fight. Oh, yes, I can. I can. No, I'll be lying to you if I said I've never fucked somebody up very badly. I have a few times in my life when I was homeless on the streets. That's how, like when you're on the streets, man, everybody carries a blade, everybody carries a knife, and you have to let it be known that if you don't let it be known that you're not to be fucked with, you'll get fucked with. So yeah, I've had to, just to keep myself safe, I've had to whoop a few asses just to show I'm not no little bitch. I would rather not. I hate violence. I hate fighting. But if I have to, I will fuck you up like badly. Don't push me there. Please do not. I really don't want to. You know what I mean? And I really don't. Because every time I've ever whooped somebody's ass, I feel horrible, dude. I feel horrible. I hate that feeling. And I don't like the feeling. Like when you hit somebody in the face, that feeling of like when that's somebody's face, I'm like, that had to fucking hurt. I hate it. I don't like fighting. But I will if I have to. You know what I mean? Makes sense. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't even know what point I'm making there. Anywho, turn and walk the other way. Yeah. I mean, that's just one of them things where it really depends on the situation. If you can see, and I've told you all before, my whole childhood, I took martial arts. Okay. My grandparents got me involved in martial arts starting when I was 6 years old, and I was really, really, really fucking good at it. Like really good at it. But I didn't like fighting other people. I didn't like that part of it. I like the art of it, of being able to jump over 15 people and kick a board and break it, and being able to jump up and do a, jump back turning roundhouse kick and kick a paddle. And I like the art of it. But when it came time to fighting other people, I didn't like that. I just never enjoyed fighting. I would really rather not. But please don't test me to see if I will, because I will, and I will fuck you up. You know what I mean? I'm one of those types of people. If you can, do everything you can to try to not fight. Do everything you can. But every now and then there's those people out there that'll push you. You know what I mean? They will push you and push you and push you and push you. If you push me to that point, I will. But okay, here's another thing too. I'll not fuck you up right away unless you keep coming. Like, I'll hit you one good time and show you. And if you keep coming at me, I'll hit you again. But when you go down, I'm not one of those types of people that'll kick you when you're down, And that's one of the things that, we learned in martial arts is, don't go looking for a fight, diffuse the fight if you can. If not, here's how you defend yourself very quickly and very efficiently with one hit. It makes sense? So anyway, I don't know why we're talking about that. Weird subject. We don't normally talk about shit like that. You know, but anyway. Yeah. But thankfully, though, those of us who are making this shift, that's 3D shit, dude. That fucking fighting shit is so fucking 3D. So 3D, man. So 3D. I hate it. Hate that shit, man. You know those people? I'll fucking, like, if you're like a friend or something like that of me on social media, I will fucking unfollow you if you post that shit. You know, people fighting. Who the fuck? Why? That is the lowest frequency shit on the internet. The lowest frequency bullshit on the internet. I hate that. You know, people fighting and beating each other up and shit. You know, that is so low vibe, dude. I will straight up unfollow you, unfriend you. I don't want to see that shit. I don't watch that low frequency ass shit. Who the fuck wants to watch? Whatever. To each their own. Some humans like the 3D shit. I'm not one of them. I don't like 3D shit. I don't like anger. I don't like fighting. I don't like low vibrations. You know what I mean? Makes sense. Anyway, though. Anywho. Yeah, I'm the same damn way. Same damn way, man. Because like the feeling that it gives you that feeling inside that you can feel. Like when you watch something like that, I don't know about you, but I can feel physically the toxic chemicals flooding through my body. Okay, I can feel that, and that's not no joke. It's been scientifically proven that those chemicals are highly toxic to the body, highly toxic in long extended doses. I mean, we all have that fight or flight response, but humans are the only beings on this planet that can trigger the fight or flight response with thought alone. Okay, that is one of the leading causes of all sickness and all illness, and diseases, because most humans, because of their thoughts and the way we've been programmed to think, are in a constant state of fight or flight. Constant, and I've been there back when I used to have anxiety. If you have anxiety from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed, you spend all day flooding your body with stress hormones. Do you know how toxic that is to the body? Causes fucking cancer, diabetes, fucking causes all kinds of shit, dude. It's not like, I think some people kind of underestimate because that's not mainstream, and that's not so widely talked about. It's very hidden and suppressed. Most people don't really take it seriously. They don't really think that that's a thing. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Among many reasons, that's one of the many, many, many reasons why it's so important to monitor your frequency and your vibration. It's so important to monitor, your energy. Not only is it a good thing to do, but you poison your own fucking body when you're in that emotional state all the time, Anyway, some humans just like playing that game. You got to let them play it. Got to let them play it if they want to play it. So, anyway, though. Anywho. 80s rap vibe. What? Yeah, I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think so. Will Smith raps. I mean, I was a big Will Smith fan when I was a kid, but he's not somebody that I would look up to nowadays. Oh, no. Oh, absolutely not. Not going to get into that subject. We're not going there. I don't have the energy for that, but yeah, no. Anyway. Advice on connecting with the divine spirit. That's a very, very, very vast, broad question there. I mean, we're all connected to the divine spirit, every last one of us. Every last one of us. Tuning into it and acknowledging it and shutting off the ego monkey brain is what we have to do. What I always say is ask yourself this: where is the universe? Where is the divine spirit? The source of creation? Hang on just a second. Think about that. Think about that. Where is it? Where's it at? We've talked about this in chats before, so I don't want to go too deep into repeating something I've already talked about, but most people believe and treat the divine spirit or the universe or the source as if it's out here somewhere or as if it's somewhere really far away. It's not. The divine spirit, the source of creation, is an inner dimension that consciousness blooms out of. It's an inner dimension that consciousness blooms out of. Okay, the example that I always give is go outside, find a tree. Explain to me where that tree came from. Explain to me where that tree came from. Now, we can go out and find a house. Where did the house come from? Okay, well, we took the trees and cut them down and put them together and we made the house. Where did the trees come from? Where's wood come from? Where does wood come from? It blooms out of a seed about that big. Where did you come from? I don't know about you. I'll be 34 here in a couple weeks. I don't know about you, but about 33 years ago, I was like yay big. Where did the rest of me come from? The source, the divine spirit, is an inner dimension that consciousness is blooming out of. All organic life and consciousness on this entire planet is blooming out of, emerging out of the divine spirit. And that's how we're all connected to it, because it is us. That is what we are. We are the divine spirit, blooming out of this inner dimension into this dimension. See what I'm saying? You got to shut off the ego analytical thinking brain, the monkey brain, which is what, speaking of which, here lately, I have realized that I have a lot more work to do on shutting my ego brain off than I thought. With the interview and the connection that I did with Everyday Masters, he gave me that little reconnection session. Boy, man, I'm gonna tell you what, that was the most intense fucking shit I've ever felt in my life. But now though, it's real hard for me to pull the frequencies in because my ego won't shut up. My ego analytical thinking brain. So I have very recently here had a new eye opener to, I have a lot more work to do than I thought, because my ego wants to analyze it and figure it out and think about it. And it gets kind of hard to pull the frequencies in. But I'm gonna tell you what, man, holy fucking shit. That was so intense. I wasn't really expecting nothing. See, here's what the plan was. I hit him because I've been wanting and waiting to get reconnected by Everyday Masters for years now. And I've been telling, okay, universe, whenever you think it's time for me to do that, you will open that door for me and make it happen. It just really feels like the universe is saying, no, not yet. No, not yet. No, not yet. So I hit him up on Facebook and I was like, so I'm seeing that you're doing distance sessions now. I'd like to look into one of those. And he got to telling me about it, and it costs this much and whatever. Whoop, whoop. Well, I told Leah, I was like, I'm going to get a distance session from Everyday Masters, and she goes, ah. And I was like, what? What the fuck's wrong with that? She goes, I was planning to take you up there as a surprise birthday present and get you reconnected to him personally. And I was like, are you serious? And I told Case, I was like, well, actually, I talked to Leah. And she kind of spilled the beans that she was planning on taking me up there to Colorado, because he's in Colorado, and get me reconnected in person. And he goes, well, it's either or. You can do one, you can do the other, or you can do both. I was like, I want to do both. So we planned it. We bought the airline tickets, paid for the Airbnb, and then Buggy Buck got sick. Buggy Buck got real fucking sick. His bladder inflamed. And he would start peeing blood, and he had like stones and crystals in his bladder blocking his urinary tract. And the vet said, don't fucking leave him alone. Don't leave him alone. Give him a few months, keep giving him his medicine, keep keeping an eye on him, because it came and then it went away and then it came back. So he was like, we got to cancel the fucking Colorado trip. And I was like, damn. So I hit him up and I was like, I thought the universe was opening the door for me, but the universe slammed the door shut on me and told me, no, I can't make it up there. I got to cancel. And he hit me up and he was like, well, you know what? I'll give you a distance session and we can record it and make it like a little chat and do the session on Zoom, you know? And we did it. Y'all, a lot of y'all probably watched the video. You know, I shared it on my community tab. And and this was last week, actually. He recorded the video last week, last Thursday. And that was so fucking intense. I mean, I've seen the videos where people are getting reconnected and they're doing all kinds of these jerky movements and shit. I wasn't expecting all that. I was thinking that I'm going to do this little session and then I'm going to be like, okay, you know, and something I can play with for a little bit. I wasn't expecting. He said, all right, man, you can just lay there and you can just chill. And all of a sudden my eyes started fluttering. I'm like, man, that feels weird. The fuck? My eyes are going, and I'm like, whoa, that's weird. I'm trying not to laugh, dude. Trying not to laugh because I start feeling this. Feeling a little bit weird. Am I just imagining this? And then my legs started, and I started feeling myself. And I'm trying so hard not to laugh. That's the only way that I can describe the feeling. Have you ever been in a situation like sitting in church and a funny thought gets stuck in your head and you try not to laugh? Or at a funeral, you know, where you're in a situation where it's not a good idea to laugh and you're trying to swat. That's what it felt like. And my body's twitching and tweaking and my legs are twitching and I just get overwhelmed with it. My whole body was twitching and tingling with pins and needles. And I'm trying so hard not to laugh. He told me, he said, you should have laughed, man. And I was like, no, that would have made me look stupid on the video, you know? But anyway, all that to say that was a big eye opener. He said, that was a good little tune up for you. You should now be able to bring the frequencies in. You should be able to bring them in. And I'm struggling with it. Because I'll get to, and then the ego brain chimes in and starts talking, you know, and I'll start feeling it. And then the ego brain talks me out of it. And I'm like, damn it, man. But ever since he posted the video, if you all watch that video of me and him, our interview, at the end, when I lay down to have the session and he puts his hand up like this, it hits me. I'm like, whoa. So I've been working on pulling the frequencies in, watching the video. This shit transcends time and space. I mean, it's fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy. I would highly recommend anybody out there who's able, get reconnected. It's not fake. It's fucking real, dude. But so I kind of trailed off. The point that I was making was I've very recently, it's been brought to my attention that I still have, you know, a lot of work to do on my ego monkey brain, you know, and that reconnection really, really brought that to light, you know. So anyway, though, anywho. Oh, you did that when you got married? Marty, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that was a pretty good interview, man. I like that. That's one of the coolest fucking things on my career. I would have to say that out of the top 3 of my favorite things about my career, what I do, it's being able to connect with, meet, and collaborate with the biggest influences on my path. I can't really, the only one that bums me out, like Dolores Cannon, she passed away, so I can't meet and collaborate with her. You know what I mean? That would be on the bucket list of people to meet and collaborate with, would be Dolores Cannon. I've got to collaborate with the illest illuminator. I don't know if any of y'all saw that. That was really super cool. That was like 2 years ago. We did a collaborative tarot card reading. That was super cool because she was one of my big, I say influences. And this could be kind of confusing because, like I've told you all a million times before, I never in a million years imagined that I would be a tarot card reader. You know, I never, ever could have pictured that being me. That was so far away from anything that I'd ever pictured myself doing. I couldn't even draw that up in my imagination. But I do remember that the very first time I had the thought to myself that would be that's fucking cool, man. That people can do that for a living. That's cool. That's neat. Is when I was watching her videos. She's the first person that I ever experienced that thought with. That'd be kind of a cool job to have, but not thinking that I could do it. Not thinking that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You ever see somebody who, they're living a life that obviously they're living a good life and they got a good job, a good career. And you think, man, that'd be cool. They got it going on. They got a good life, but not something that I would personally do. But I just admire where you are because that's cool. Does that make sense? I don't know any other way to describe it, but anyway, I had that thought for the first time when I very first thought that'd be a cool job to have, reading tarot cards, being a YouTube partner, reading tarot cards as a tarot card YouTuber. That'd be neat. But no, hell no, there's no way I could ever fucking do that, So anyway, so she was one of my biggest influences as far as the tarot card readings. And Naya, I got to meet and hang out with Naya. Of course, she's passed away as well. And Everyday Masters, those are three huge people that play a big role in inspiring me and motivating me on my path. Got a big old bunch of them, big old bunch of people, and we all have them. I'm sure that I'm a big inspiration to a lot of people, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's people out there there's probably me and 10 other people that are inspirations for people. I'm just one little piece of the puzzle. Well, if you could imagine what it would be like to eventually meet all of us and collaborate with, all the people that have inspired you, it's a really cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling. And I still always get the fanboy feeling, I forget what it feels like just because I've just been living in my own bubble world for so long that I forget what that feeling feels like until I get the chance to talk to somebody who inspired me from the beginning. Then I feel that fanboy feeling again, feel kind of starstruck, Somebody said that to me the other day on Instagram. They posted a video of something, and apparently it was an old video, but they posted themselves watching one of my readings or watching something of me on the internet. And I gave it a heart. And they said, "Oh, I feel starstruck just because you saw this." I'm thinking, starstruck? I ain't no damn star. What the fuck? And then, but I forget how that feels. And then when I'm talking to Everyday Masters, I feel all starstruck. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it now. It's a cool feeling, dude. Super cool. Super, super cool. But anywho, it's going to be time for me to get out of here in a few minutes. Here in a couple minutes. Been pushing almost an hour now. I like to kind of keep these chats at an hour. It is now 7 a.m. on the dot here in Vegas. 7 a.m. on the dot. So yeah, like I said, sorry I missed y'all last weekend. Leah had family over. They went to pick out their wedding dresses for the wedding. So Leah went and picked out her wedding dress, and apparently I'm not allowed to see it, So, and her mom and her sister came up, and that's what they did. And they spent the weekend hanging out together, and then they went out and got their wedding dresses and whatnot. So I didn't want to, in the morning, I'm kind of loud. And the guest bedroom is right across the hall here. So I didn't chat last weekend because I didn't want to wake her mom up. But anywho, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop on out of here. Just wanted to get on here and get another one of these little blab fests on here because I know there's a couple of you that like these videos. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm not sure. I got some personal readings. Okay. I don't know when you'll see me next. I'm probably going to do the weekend forecast today. And if I have enough energy, I'm going to try to finish up the February bonuses today too. All right. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and listening to me run my mouth. I'll see you a little bit later on sometime on my main channel. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.